First? Okay, thank you. First, it's A and B thing. Sorry. But first.
Did you do your B?
No.
Oh. No. We'll come back to your B.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
We'll talk about you later.
All right. Well, if no one comes in this room, I'll fucking talk all the time.
A. Is Wesker going to return to Resident Evil 6?
And
B.
You have to wait till
which character do you like more? Do you like Wesker or do you like Legion?
All right. One, you're deluded. Two fucking rockets to the face, buddy. He's in lava. Hey, he's even in slow-mo.
He's Wesker, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I'm sorry. I just thought I'd ask. I mean, you're in front of me. I just thought I'd make sure. Double check it. I gotta hear from the guy himself.
RE6 is coming out. I have not voiced anything in it. They didn't hire me to voice anything. So if there's a flashback and he's in there, don't blame me. They didn't call me back, and our union didn't negotiate residuals, so I won't get a check for it. So I definitely not in it as of now. I mean, who knows? They could call me last minute and I go in there and do something.
the last 2 minutes.
Nice. Hey, bring me in, baby. But guys, Wesker Jr. will be in there. That's
I'm still mad about that.
And Troy Baker is an awesome voiceover guy.
Yes.
And he's also beautiful and he can sing.
Well, Jacob, distribute you.
Say what?
I'm meaning Jacob to distribute you. Just distribute.
Bless your heart. No, you had a baby. What was the B?
B. Is who do you like more, Wesker?
Right.
As playing as in character, who do you like more?
Well, you see, here's the thing. It's like if it was just straight going to the mic and doing the character, they're very equal in a lot of ways. But obviously Wesker, because, well, and this is why some people don't like my performance, it's at least what they let me do and what they want me to do, is I get to get a little cheesy with it.
That's what makes it awesome.
Yeah, but and other people go, that's horrible. It should be more kind of restrained. Richard Wong, and this is what we're having.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
But I prefer to be, this is what we're having, and if you don't like it, I'll kill you.
Yeah.
Legion, on the other hand, I seriously roll out of bed, clear the phlegm, have a little Starbucks on the way to the session. I show up, good morning. Do you like the way I'm dressed? I mean, how fucking easy is that? And everybody does that little fun thing and goes, bloop, and I go, oh, sorry, retake. So, there's benefits to both. Yes, sir?
I'm gonna ask the question that someone was probably want to ask.
Are you drunk?
Yes.
Because you look like I do.
Well.
What did you think of the Mass Effect 3?
Oh, that's so funny. People keep asking that. Here, guys, this is where you all decide you hate me. I don't play video games. I don't have the time. Oh, look at that. You guys don't see it, but from here, it was like 10 of you went. Sacrilege. I want to. But, and maybe you'll find this out when you get to my ancient age. But, I gotta whore my career. I'm always promoting. If I'm not promoting, then I'm working. If I'm not promoting or working, I'm depressed and in bed. So, which would be a good time for video games, I guess. But then I gotta learn, what does this X do? So, I don't play, but I do see the cutscenes and all of that. And I've heard about, now listen, when it comes to film, I love indie, arty, weird shit. I like nihilistic endings. I like it when there is no hope. As long as it's justified and earned. Now today, two girls came up to me earlier at the signing thing, and they were very funny about it. They're like, oh yeah, we love the ending. We invested so many years just to have it end that way. Well, that's a good point. Yeah, exactly. You see, I think of like 2 hours in a movie, I was like, okay, I did that, but it's not much of my life, but I'm okay with the nihilistic ending. But I guess if I played it all the time, and years go by and I wait for this final big one to come, and then it's like, everything you fought for is worthless. That would be a little upsetting. However, they do say that the universe will continue, and I do know that I am the only voice of the Geth, so if there are Geth, I'll be back. So, I like the ending. Yes, young lady in the lavender? Lavender.
Yeah. What's it like playing Albert Wesker? Damn!
Now you'll never get your answer. Somebody knows she was thinking it. I'm going to tell it to both of you. Both of you beautiful.
Okay.
Beautiful young ladies. What does that mean? I don't understand the question.
Okay,
Let her explain. Let her explain.
how does it feel like to play the most badass character in video game history? Do you guys agree?
Oh, can I get a whoop whoop? Listen, it's funny. It's because the first game that I did as Wesker was Umbrella Chronicles, and I was supposed to do. They had played Peter Jessup's voice. So I was supposed to do his thing, and it was another gig through this lovely company that I worked through. They're kind of small, and I did the thing, whatever, and it was neat, and it's nice to play a baddie. But then afterwards, when I told a friend that I was informed about it, I'm like, oh shit, this is actually pretty big. When I got the call for RE5, yeah, baby. When I got the call for RE5, I was like, what the fuck? I go, I'm really happy they're having me back. And it wasn't even an audition, it was like, we're booking you. But we want you to audition for the mocap part of it. And I failed the mocap because I threw my back out. And they say, oh, just a lot of walking. And I get there and like, now flip here and roll there. And I'm like, thank you. Get Ken Lally. No. But they got, Ken Lally, who does a lot of that stuff, who's excellent at it, does the Wesker physicality of RE5. But I was excited when I got the RE5. Then I knew what I was doing. But then I also realized but then I get in the booth and the first thing they play is Richard Waugh. I'm like, shit, I was ready with Peter Jessup, with the marbles and more. And Richard Waugh is the other. But then I get to change with the injection and all of that. And then, of course, I've got a different director who's got his own spin on it, Liam Neeson.
Wow.
Yes. Liam Neeson directed me. Liam O'Brien, who's an awesome guy, and he's very, he's very animalistic and primal in the way he goes. And of course, the character's going that way, so he kind of helped bring it that. So once we went there, I was able to throw in a little more of my spins and stuff. So it was a nice evolution. So doing the actual process of it, great, because it's cheese. I get to eat some scenery, and that's all nice. I know it offends some people, but fuck them. So it was a good gig, and they paid me, not them. And then of course afterwards, and I've just the fandom stuff. Everybody who's like contacted me since then, and there's a group on Twitter that's trying to get me on The Walking Dead as an actor because I do on-camera stuff. Yes, I mean you guys are fucking awesome. So we don't know how that's going to turn out. They got 1,500 signatures, and they sent it to the producers who know about it. So we'll see if anything. And I donated $1,000. It was $1 per signature to 1,000 signatures. And they went to 1,500, and I said, it's $1,000 per. And then I met with some of them, and we did the donation and all of that. But that's all fan-driven. I mean, had I not done that game, I'd still be working this other stuff I've done in my life, the TV shows and all that. I just would have not met these thousands of people, literally thousands of people on my Facebook page and Twitter, that like are just so cool. I mean, and we all grow in life and change, and eventually, like everything in my life was Pink Floyd, and now I'm like, oh, Pink Floyd, whatever. I still like them, but I'm not driven. And eventually one day you may not be driven to these things, but you look at them more nostalgically. But during this time that you're driven for it, you've made another guy who's not usually so, passionate about something, very happy. And you've made me passionate about something, that I didn't know I could be passionate about. You made me passionate about Resident Evil and Albert Wesker. So I thank all of you guys for that. Question?
It's a Mass Effect question. How did, because I know there's not a lot of characters that get referred to as it. Like, how do you feel about, like, for the entire game, we didn't refer to as it. It was never he, she, and I.
Right.
I personally had a problem with that because it was like, I like this guy, I like this guy, but it's being referred to as it. It was never he, she, and I know like it's a robot, but you come to love. So how does it feel playing a character that's it?
Well, it's funny. It doesn't bother me because I had put my penis between my legs. I stood there like Silence of the Lambs while I recorded. So, do you have that image yet? Because I can stand and give it to you. It's kind of funny because that never really, it never really occurred to me. And I knew that they were going to put heavy effects on the voice. So, but it is funny because it's it, but it's obviously got a masculine quality just in the sound that the voice comes out in. But you need that when it's something that holds. No, you don't need that. Actually, you can have a very feminine, pretty voice and still blow your brains out. So, I'm sorry, I don't have a real. It just never entered my mind. But I'm also I'm like that. I mean, I was a kid in high school called faggot and beat up, and I skipped PE for a whole year, got an F. I was talking to Charlie about that. It's like, I mean, it's the whole gender, you know, bi, gay, straight, all of that stuff. I know that seems like I'm a tangent, but it's not. It's kind of a little attached to, you know, it doesn't matter to me. So it doesn't enter my mind. But no, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's.
I'm hearing Legion right now speaking to me.
But because life is beyond that, is I guess what I'm saying. And as a human race, we're gonna have to deal with stuff, you know, with what people can do now through science or whatnot. And we're also learning that, you know, even when you are growing inside the womb, that the little switches that can determine whether you're gonna have a vagina or a penis, you know, it's kind of haphazard sometimes. And so what do you call people that are in between? I mean, for instance, and I don't know if this is apocryphal or not, but what's her name? Tony Randall's daughter. Tony, oh my God, what's her name? She was, no, but that's another, it's again another type of example. No, she was, Total Recall, the female lead in Total Recall. No, the Arnold Schwarzenegger one with his wife, and he's...
Judge Dredd?
True Lies.
True Lies, who's a female?
That's
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Jamie Lee Curtis!
Might as well just have Halloween.
But Jamie Lee Curtis, according to mythology or whatever, was born a hermaphrodite. So, yeah.
Really?
Well, no. Did you hear what you just did? Some of you just went,
I didn't know.
We are but just a conglomeration of all these freaking cells or whatever, and we can come out all sorts of ways, and what we decide is normal is just whatever's prevalent in numbers. So normal can change at any given moment. And if more hermaphrodites are born, then all of a sudden, you guys with the penis or just the vagina are now, you know, it's the whole Dr. Seuss and how many stars do you have on your chest. So, so there's a whole point to this. I know there is. The whole it question. And that I think that as a species, we're starting to understand that sexuality, but more than sexuality, even gender identity, all of that is an ever-changing thing. So what is gender? Is gender how much hormones are being shot and what types of hormones? Or is it how you perceive in the mind? Is it the shape of the brain? Is it what genitalia you have? There's so many different scenarios that can be brought up that can start to fuck with your mind. So at one point you go, it is no longer a put down. It is just another way of trying to encompass what you don't understand. Please put that on the web because I don't know what the hell I just said.
Like 2 rockets in the face.
Yeah, baby! Like 2 rockets in the face. Give it to me. Next question.